The final days of Superman's story arc is sweeping through DC's ongoing Man of Steel titles, on its way to becoming a modern classic. And with Superman nearing his demise, we're looking back at some of DC's most memorable comic book fatalities. Snag a box of tissues for the DC All Access Top 10 DC Deaths of All Time.
We're starting our list with Ted Knight, aka Starman. The Mist hatches a plan to kill himself and destroy Opal City, but Ted shows up and launches himself, the Mist, and the bomb into space. The adversaries share one last handshake before the bomb explodes, and Ted saves Opal City for the last time.
In our number 9, a Sun Eater threatens to consume Earth's sun. The only way to defeat it is to detonate a bomb at its core, but whoever delivers the bomb will die. Ferro Lad volunteers as tribute and sacrifices himself to save the world. The death of a teenager in comics in the 1960s was unprecedented and unforgettable.
Next, the end of Kingdom Come sees a mind-controlled Captain Marvel breaking through his brainwashing just in time to save the world's heroes from a nuclear bomb. Billy accepts his fate and flies fearlessly towards the threat, sacrificing his own freedom for the sake of the future.
Near the end of the Sandman, Morpheus loses his desire to be Lord of Dreams, and he's helpless as the Furies attack the Dreaming. Death pleads with him to change his mind, but Morpheus stubbornly refuses. So Death extends her hand and takes the Sandman's life to rescue the Dreaming from destruction. Good night, sweet Dream Prince.
In Infinite Crisis, Superboy takes on Superboy Prime and destroys a tower that threatens to erase creation. When the tower is shattered, all the Earths in the multiverse collapse into a single planet. Even though he dies in the wreckage, Connor saves the universe and proves that he's the real Superboy.
Next up, when Ted Kord discovers Maxwell Lord's plan to eradicate metahumans from the Earth, Lord tells Blue Beetle to join him or die. Beetle defiantly tells his old friend to rot in hell, and Lord shoots him in the head. Ted Kord was a hero to the end, and we can't wait to see him back in action in Rebirth.
In the epic battle with the Anti-Monitor in Crisis on Infinite Earths, Supergirl steps in and throws everything she's got at the supervillain. But when she pauses to urge Superman to run, the Anti-Monitor obliterates her. It was a turning point for the DC Universe and a tragic end to the Girl of Steel.
Number 3 stars Jason Todd as he tries to save his mom from the Joker. The Clown Prince pummels Robin with a crowbar and locks him in a warehouse rigged with explosives. Despite the fact that Jason later becomes Red Hood, the loss of the Boy Wonder changed Batman's world forever.
Our number 2 is also our second death from Crisis on Infinite Earths. This time, the Flash runs circles around the antimatter cannon and ends up sprinting so fast that he dissolves into nothingness. Barry has been back in the race as the Flash for years, but his death will never disappear from our memories.
And finally, our number 1 DC death of all time is the one that became a worldwide pop culture sensation, the death of Superman. The Man of Steel meets his physical match in Doomsday, and the pair train bone-breaking blows until a final earth-shaking punch kills them both simultaneously. Superman's death will forever be the most significant in comic book history, but his triumphant resurrection proves that death isn't always forever in comics. So enjoy the final days of Superman knowing that a rebirth is almost certainly in Superman's future. That's our list, but let us know down in the comments if we missed one that you think was worth mentioning.
And don't forget to check out Free Comic Book Day tomorrow at your local comic shop. You can pick up Suicide Squad issue number 1 and get a sneak peek at the DC Superhero Girls graphic novel.
And for more information, you can check out dccomics.com/freecomicbookday. We'll see you next week because we gotta go get some free comic books.